4, 3, 2, 1.
Broadcasting live from the Newsmax studio in New York City. A fusion of politics, commentary, entertainment, and sports. Steve and his team bring you the latest news and opinion now. Here is Steve Malzberg.
All right, folks, I promised and I deliver. Welcome back to Malzberg Panel. Janet Johnson, criminal defense attorney, and Christopher Hahn, host of the Christopher Hahn Show. And Janet, your turn to weigh in on the Hobby Lobby debate here.
Yeah, well, and as the only woman here, I do want to point out all of the women were in the dissent, all of the men were in the majority. But, you know, what the dissent pointed out, which I think is very effective, first of all, for a non-profit, yeah, the Religious Restoration Freedom Act would apply and they could opt out. This is a profit company. This is a for-profit company, so they can't even cite that, but the majority got that wrong. The second issue is this affects women, only women, and I think that's an equal protection problem that the court kind of glossed over. And on that ground alone, and to say this is just a religious law, it's not. It's a sexist law, and it's a sexist holding, because essentially, if they were Jehovah's Witnesses, there is no way this court would say that they could deny a blood transfusion. But when it comes to contraception, it's okay. That logic just doesn't make sense.
Well, I'll just say you're comparing a blood transfusion to taking an abortion pill. Give me a break again. But Janet, you say the first thing they got wrong and didn't apply. They didn't get it wrong. They didn't cite that it applies. It doesn't apply. But religious freedom is trumping what the Obama administration is trying to do. This is an outrageous affront to religious freedom in this country, and that's what the majority found.
Only some
it's only Hobby Lobby's religious freedom that's being.
What's that? Say again, Janet?
Well, and that's what Ginsburg said in her dissent. Are we deciding which religions are going to be able to have this apply to them? Because if a Jehovah's Witness doesn't believe in a blood transfusion, how is that any different from saying, I don't believe in a pill that I think is an abortion pill, even though it's not, Plan B? Why is it not the same? Jehovah's Witnesses have a belief.
They're gonna have to bring that to court. But let me, as the only woman on the panel as you are, let me address that this only affects women. Are men's condoms included here in this in Obamacare?
Those are okay.
Well then, wait, time out. As far as I could tell, that is a form of birth control for men. The case involved a form of birth control for women, so why should women have it when men don't?
No, vasectomies are covered.
Oh,
you can get a vasectomy. How is that any different?
Yeah.
It's only
You could get wait. You could get it. Wait. Hold, time out. You could get a vasectomy. Well, can't women have a hysterectomy? I mean, what kind of analogy is that?
No, but the analogy being these four types are only utilized by women, Steve. They are only utilized by women.
And men and you're crying about that as a woman, and I'm telling you, there's no contraception coverage for men. So how is that fair? How does that give you the right to say, oh, poor women, when men aren't covered at all? And you're saying have a vasectomy.
That's covered, right?
What?
Men don't generally have the burden of birth control.
You're making this up as you go along, I see. Okay, Janet. Go ahead, Christopher. Go ahead.
Women not only have the burden of birth control, 9 times out of 10, when there's a single parent, it's a woman. So women have the burden of raising the child that was born out of wedlock often because of this. So I don't understand, why we would want to have one person's religion projected onto thousands of people who happen to have a job in their company.
If you don't like it, and you work for Hobby Lobby, you go to the drugstore and you get your own birth control pill. And if you don't like that, you go get another job. What can I tell you? What can I tell you?
Here's what the First Amendment believes. The First Amendment gives us freedom of religion, and it gives us freedom from other people's religion being projected upon us.
And it gives you freedom from the government. And it gives you freedement from the government telling you how to practice your religion, my friend.
They don't have
the decision will be overturned within the next 10 years.
Wait. The decision will be overturned when?
Within the next 10 years, this decision will be overturned as egregious.
That's only if you get Hillary on the court. That's only if you get another Democrat to appoint more Democratic justices. The country is in favor of this decision,
No,
regardless of what you say. Every poll shows it.
The country is not in favor of this decision. This is the kind of thing that's going to be an issue in the election.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Women are, that's what you, let me just tell you, Janet and Christopher, this is what you think of women. That they're going to put everything else aside, the economy, the struggles, the jobs, the healthcare fiasco, because some, excuse me, I'm trying to talk. Could you bring them down? Could you bring them down? Because I'm trying to talk. Okay, because women can't get, some women can't get free abortion pills. That's what you think of women, and I'm sorry you think that way. Interesting panel discussion. We thank you both. We're coming back, and we're going to talk about women. But first, America's moment, ladies and gentlemen, here on the C. Malzberg Show.